In this bag, right here is, I believe that's what this is. This is the Toshiba. The IBM ThinkPad T42. That is exactly what is in here. And that I'm going to set up as a Linux box, but I'm going to be using a different distro. So we're going to set that up and get ready to run Linux on that. Alright, so let's fire this up for the first time in a very long time. And see how much has broken in the time that it has been sitting. And I'm also going to check and make sure that I've got free space on the disk, because I want to do a dual boot with what is POS Ready 2009 and Linux. Now, for now, I'm going to actually be running the Crunchbang operating system, but I'll probably change it over to something like Mint or Ubuntu if I decide if I work up enough enthusiasm to run Ubuntu. I'm probably also going to need to do some resets to the sound schemes. Show the main window. Drive is still good. Alright. Even though we've now got reallocation events, it is still functioning. So that's all that I really care about. We do not have adequate free space. And as you can see, we don't have an option to change that. So we're going to change that ourselves. First, I'm going to take a backup of this particular image, this particular drive. Just in case something goes wrong. And of course, the first thing that you should always do is install updates, which is probably going to fail if I had to guess. No, I guess it's going to work. It failed when I went to try and use the automatic installer, so I don't know. That's kind of interesting, actually. Alright, so let's go ahead and resize that to 40. 40. Fine, we're just going to resize it this way. Should be good. Apply those changes. Proceed. Yes. That's exactly what I want to do. So we'll now reboot and resize that partition, and hopefully it will work. Alright. It will work in a couple of seconds. That's always good to see. Pre-OS. So it shouldn't take too long. Wow. That really did not take that long at all. Oh, it looks like it's still booting. I wish the autofocus on this camera would pick a single place to sit and not keep constantly hunting for the focus like that. But whatever. Can't have too much. From USB, of course, I'm going to be definitely using a USB stick to do this, since I don't feel like burning a CD or a DVD. Alright, so let's see what this can do. We're going to hit F12 to go into the boot list. Hopefully this is going to work and I don't have a bum image, because otherwise I'm going to have to see if I can find an ISO download, because obviously whoever is in charge of developing Crunchbang and making it available has not decided that they want to allow a normal ISO image to be downloaded, which is a very stupid design decision, if I do say so myself, because I am one of the types that does not want to partake in the gymnastics that it would be to have to install a BitTorrent client onto my computer. And it looks like the system locked up. Isn't that nice? Let's try this again. Let's see what it does. Looks like an 8 gig drive will not work. Let me go find one of my 4 gigs. Interesting. It booted. So let's see what it can do past that. See if it can actually boot the operating system. Wow. Well, maybe. Invalid argument. That's not helpful. But it is doing some setup stuff. Okay. It looks like it's actually starting. And it even started up the wireless hardware, so that's useful. Alright, so I actually ended up switching over to a 4 gig USB stick, and it doesn't look like it's any happier in terms of trying to boot from that than it was before, so... I don't know, maybe there is something slightly wrong with this system. Just like there is something slightly wrong with the focus mechanism on this camera. Alright, I do need 32-bit build here because this only has a penny of M in it, which is a 32-bit system, so... This drive is not any faster than the other one, which is right here. They both look about the same, but you can tell when I put them side by side that they are different. Let's see, did it actually boot? Yes, it did. Perfect. And we even have a mouse, isn't that nice? As you can probably see, Crunch Bang did not work. So I'm going to close that for now, and we're going to try and install it. This is one snazzy user interface, I will say that much. There are a lot of things here that I don't think are even on this system, but anyway. This is install, correct? What's this? That's from the command line. So we're just going to run the installer here. The Thus installer is beta software. Oh no. Well, I don't want that, I want this. Okay. 6 gigabytes should be good. Connected to power, connected to internet should be good. Well, I'm not in Europe. I am here. Oh, come on. Jesus. Okay, then. I've never seen this kind of a menu before. Some of you who have watched recent live streams will probably understand the humor behind that. And there we go. It is now installing. So, there you go. Hopefully by the end of this I will have a usable image and I'll be able to customize it and make it pretty and do what I want with it. Although I like the dark user interface. I think it looks quite well on a system like this, which is completely dark and matte, not like the glossy crap that you can buy today. Alright, now that it's almost 2 o'clock, that took probably about 10 minutes. The installation is done. Whoops, I do want to restart my system. That would be a good idea. So hopefully, unplug that, this is going to work, and it's not going to have messed anything up, although, knowing Linux, it probably has messed something up. Jeez, that's kind of small. It even got the name for the operating system, the Windows operating system, correct. Let's start Manjaro and see what happens. Press the down arrow. Clean. Whoops. Could not start boot splash. No such file or directory. Interesting. I got a terminal login, and it looks like we've got a GUI. So that's always a good sign. I wonder if we've got sound. He's definitely reading off the hard drive. So I guess we're going to find out. It does have a link, so it has established a network link, at least. And we're going to have to log in. Let's see if it scares me with the login sound or if it doesn't play sound at all. Okay. We've got some kind of a top bar up there. And something going on beside here. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Don't show that again at startup because I don't want to see it. We are going to have to run updates. Looks like we might have sound. It loaded something. So let's find out. The thing that I'm going to do, I'll be quiet. I don't want to load extra packs. Stop it. I want to check and see if the wireless works. It could. Let's see, does it detect? It does detect it. See if it can actually connect to the network. It should. I should have 802.11b power ability enabled. You're now connected. That's always good. Uses Firefox. Oh, great. Probably going to have to do some customization so I don't get the Australis user interface. Oh yes, I'm going to have to do some customization. This is version 19. I can't stand the new UI. Oh, look at this. It managed to get my keyboard layout wrong. Gonna have to fix that. I am pleased to report
Slim Cam
that we've got sound, but it doesn't work very well, as you can probably see.
1996, probably one of the later ones.
It's in 480p, that might be why.
I did have one just like this a couple weeks ago. I got this camcorder at
Yeah, that's
the
not
thrift
much
store.
better.
It's a Sharp Slim Cam, full-size VHS camcorder.
But we do have sound, and I don't really plan on going on YouTube
one of the later ones that
on this very often, so we're going to run updates and finish it with the install, but you don't really need to see any of that. So there you go, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.